Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
And I'm Mike.
And today we're cracking open a new bottle of Ben Holliday Soft Red Wheat Bottled in Bond. So, gotta do a huge shout out to super fan of the channel, Steve. When he went to Oklahoma last time, he brought me back a handful of bottles. This happens to be one of them. We got this one for $60.99. This is a bottled in bond, so it follows all the bottled in bond rules. You can look that up. There's a bunch of them there. So it is coming in at 100 proof. This is 6 years, not 4 years. It has to be a minimum of 4 years. We got it for $60.99. It's made by the Holliday Distillery in Weston, Missouri. The mash bill is 73% corn, 15% wheat, 12% barley. And this bottle happens to come from Rickhouse C, and 100% of it comes from floor number 4. Now, I've said it before, and I'm going to keep saying it as long as I keep doing these. I know I've showed you in the past that they are full transparency. Everything about this bottle, it tells you the age, it tells you when it was done. They tell you where your barrels come out of, what Rickhouse, what floor, what everything. So kudos to them. There's no hidden tread. Ooh, it is a screw top. There is no. It doesn't
Looked
look
it to me.
You said that earlier, and I totally forgot. I would have been yanking on it again until I realized. But you like that the people that do full transparency. You know what I mean? So. There's no question who did this bottle, where it came from.
Nope.
And if you are someone that, we don't get these here in Massachusetts, but if you live near there, you could find out that, I like all the stuff that comes from floor number whatever, and you might be able to, go into their place and find when they do them. You know what I mean?
It's probably our most expensive screw top.
I would venture a guess on that one.
Not that I could give a rat's ass, but...
Yeah. I will say... if I'm not mistaken, I think both their regular and their wheat was the same price. The soft red wheat one. I think they were both right at $60.99. So I do remember liking the regular.
The nose isn't bad really on it. I'm not sure what red wheat is. There actually a red wheat?
That's exactly what it is. A soft red wheat.
Well, I see that, but is there actually
yes.
red in color?
I don't know if it's actually red or if that's what they named it, but yes, because there's also like a winter wheat or in a certain spice rye. Different people have different things. That is obviously, I'm going to assume the wheat that they use is soft Missouri. Red. I didn't get that much. that
just asking.
Yep. If I knew, I would gladly tell you. If someone else knows, leave a comment down below whether it was grown in Missouri. A lot of people like to use their home state stuff. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. They don't. Those that usually do, though, specify really on their website.
Missouri being like the land of wheat fields, so. I didn't spend a lot of time in Missouri.
A couple times I went to Missouri. I was in the Branson area with the big lakes, and then you get the Branson, the whole country. That is very good, though.
It was.
Wow.
I was in two lands. It is very good, and I was looking at the arch, so.
Oh yeah, we stayed just north of there in Illinois. Like we drove by the arch, we never stopped. Steve actually stopped with his daughter and actually went up in there. Man, they're up there too. That is huge.
Up there. Even driving by, it's up there. But
yeah.
We didn't stop. I was with a friend of mine.
I got to tell you, this nose is cranking. First of all, we didn't even mention it.
I did.
Did you? I didn't. I was sidetracked with stories, but man, I just took that drink, and I know it's 100 proof, but. Boy, that had a ton of flavor. Like, it coated a lot. I only took a little baby sip, too.
It does coat a lot. Mm-hmm. It's very tasty. And it does hold on. Mm-hmm. And not so much a hot way. It just holds on. And again, I was a little bit bigger than the first one. I was in the old sample mode, so here I am looking at a bottle, so I don't have to really be so shy.
No, I did the same thing. Well, I wasn't sure how hard I was going to drink. But I was thinking, 100 proof wheater, it's not going to be hot, but it doesn't drink.
It is stronger.
That's what I'm saying. It actually drinks with like a nice spice to it. It has a nice, a pop rocky feel. I wouldn't think of this as a wheater.
No, there's really nothing even in the nose telling you it might be a wheater.
No. Oh, I'm over here moaning. I'm liking this. I'm liking everything about this so far. It'd be interesting. I'm gonna have to throw this in a blind against its brother to see which one I like better. You know what I mean? This is very good. I don't remember oohing and ahhing over the regular.
I don't either. What was the proof? Do you recall that? Because I don't.
If it was a bottled and bond, it's
I
right
didn't know there
behind
was
your
a-
head.
I didn't know there was another
I think it's
bottled
bottled and bond. It's a 7-year. The one it's directly behind you, right next to Elijah.
It is bottled and bond.
Okay, then it's got to be 100 proof. I thought it was the same. So
That's pretty cool. 6 year, 7 year. Was that?
I think they held out because they were at the point. If I remember somebody else saying it, and don't quote me on this because this is hearsay, but if I remember somebody else when I watched somebody else do it, they were like, in touch with the people, and it was a type of like, we're not going to release it until we're ready to release it type of a deal. Like it's, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we can release it at 4, but we don't like it at 4. We're going to release it when we like
for
it,
them.
type of a deal. And yeah, 100% good for them. I think New Riff did that too. Like some of them are like, yeah, we want to do this, but we're not going to. Until we think it tastes right, we're not going to just put it out there
Even
just to
better for
do
them.
it. Yeah, no, right. So, but oh yeah, this
There
just
is-
keeps getting better.
And there is like a light oak finish.
Oh no, there was a definite oaky presence at the end of this. I'm trying to get, there is a difference in the nose. And I'm wondering,
I
now
get-
that I just repoured,
I got a middle palate that was a little bit different.
and that, it's got to be the wheat that I'm getting, but I'm trying to associate it in my head on what I think it smells like. Because it's not bringing to me like an oatmeal. It's not bringing me to like
we
a
haven't had
bread.
an oatmeal in a while, actually.
That punches choice.
That was
I
a while ago,
retried that the other day, and it's like huge oatmeal came out. That was the last one that I can remember. Kentucky 10 too. Remember that Kentucky 10? That was huge
I like
oatmeal
Punch's
too.
Choice, actually. I thought that was pretty decent.
I tried it the other night, just in a random. I'm gonna go back and try this, and I was like, "Holy oatmeal, Batman!" Like, it was like oatmeal and nuts. It was crazy.
Don't mind me, but
So-
I didn't turn it down.
Going
You didn't get caught.
for the 6 year, $60. Screw top or not, I have zero bad that I would say about this. Like I don't
I'm
even
with you.
care about the screw top
Oh,
because that's
I-
one less cork I got to pull out of the bottle when they
I don't
break.
care about that either.
But honestly, this has a great viscosity. It might even drink a little hotter than, like, I would be like low 108 maybe. Like it drinks a little bit hotter than me.
It does hang around.
Yeah, it has. It does drink. It's almost giving me a little hug, and it's only 100 proof.
It does. That's what
We
I
did
said.
one the
It's-
other day. It was like 130 wasn't giving me this much of a
Yeah,
hug.
That,
You
that
know?
was weird on that one.
That's what I'm talking about. Like this one's actually.
But it's not. So I wouldn't mistake it for a rye because it doesn't have any of the Pop Rocky or even Baby Orgeat.
To me, it has the Orgeat on the back of my tongue. That I was going to say that I don't get so much the Pop Rocky, but but I would in my head attribute that to proof because it's not a straight like, ooh, that feels like a rye spice to me, But what are you thinking? What would you grade this? I think this is going to do very well in a blind, honestly.
I think it'll hold its own in a blind.
Unless it funks out somehow, you know what I mean. But I'm getting
You-
zero when I roll
you
it
tend
around.
to get that more than me, but I'm probably 6 year. I could
I'm going to
almost
start
go.
getting a little bit freer in our thing. I think we're being stingier than we should be on our
I was going
letters.
to say B plus A minus.
That's where I was. I was 100% right there, though. I was right there because you know what? This is good, but I tried one last night.
I don't know if you're trying to twist my thought in my
I
head.
was trying to throw a little bamboozle at you to see where you're going.
Look, let
but-
me for you. I mean, you're going to tell me it's an A plus. I was like, I don't know if it's an A plus.
I was talking to one of y'all the other night, and I tried one that is just dominant. But this is right there. I was in the B plus A minus zone. I really was. I don't know which one I want to go with. I think this is A minus worthy. I think it's super solid.
I think it'll hold its own. We
Yeah.
don't have a lot of them there.
No, I actually like this a lot. I'm thinking we just did the battle of the B pluses. This is definitely in their league, if not a step.
That was a
above.
tough one, though.
No, I understand that, but this is right there.
It would definitely hold its own there too.
With all 4 that we just
Yeah,
did, this
it
would
would.
add another.
The wheat might have stood out a little bit different, so it may or may not have done as well. Whether it was a flavor of our choice or not, you know what I mean? At
I'm
the
not
time,
getting it so much on the palate, but there is something in the nose now. That's why I poured a little bit more. That's given me, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to remember that. It's not
I
a.
can tell you, I won't.
I'm trying to think of how I can phrase it. It's not a funk, but there was definitely something different in the nose. That. I can't.
There is an
I can't
initial
pinpoint.
caramel-esque, pretty solid.
Oh no, right. But there's not I'm not getting a fruit at all.
No.
I'm not getting a nut at all. It's 100% just like a
Light caramel.
with whatever that smell is. That I'll have to figure out a name. Like something's gonna have to pop my head. Like, oh, that's what it smells like. Because it's not bringing me to bread. It's not bringing me anywhere really. I can't do it.
You know, we're not really in a land of a lot of wheat, so I don't know what it smells like. I know they get that commercial and the guy does that and he goes like that. Well, I don't know what that is. Do you? I do not know what that is.
I've never actually smelled wheat. I'll tell you though, the viscosity on this is crazy. This really does. When you swish it around on your tongue, man, it doesn't go away.
No,
it stays right on there. I wouldn't think of this as a weeder just because of that. It actually drinks like I would probably be like, this is a high rye bourbon. You know what I mean? Like that's what it reminds me of. It really coats very well. I'm gonna go with an A- on that one.
I'm not.
For all of you that have tried it, leave a comment down below. I'll be curious what you think. This is right up there with.
Does it make it to the Ohio boys in that way?
I don't know.
It doesn't come our way.
Well, it's out of Missouri, so it might make it that far.
A jump.
You know what I mean? To get to it, he got it in Oklahoma, so I know it went that far.
Yeah.
But you know, it doesn't come out here. So again, for those of you that are around the country, leave a comment down below if you do have access to it, and if you have tried it. What this tells me is I can't wait to try the Rickhouse versions that we have in the sack, because if this is that good, I can't wait to try a higher proof one. You know what I mean? Because this is carrying a ton of flavor at the 100 proof.
I'm with you.
And I'm definitely gonna leave a comment. I'm gonna leave a comment down below. I was gonna say if you guys want it under your name, go ahead and leave a comment down below. But I want to put this up against its regular one, see if we can actually see. Maybe I'll put it in a Sunday Fun Day where it's that and two other ones. You know what I mean? And see where we sit in that. You know, maybe I'll find something with like a 6-year and a something year that we recently did. But
we almost have to probably, be it it's a weeder, we'd almost have to throw a makers in there or something. But
I'll have to see. But maybe
it's way higher.
I don't remember where we
don't have 100 proof makers, do we?
Not anymore. You drank them all. All the cask strengths are only 108 anyways, though. They're not really that high. So we'll see. We'll come up with something. If anyone wants to see this up against something in particular, leave a comment down below. I'll be curious, because I can always throw it in against that too. So that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.